It's Helly, and in today's video we are judging book recommendations from Sonam Kapoor, and I'm gonna tell you which of these books are actually worth your time. If you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Helly and I make book and life related videos. In case you're a returning subscriber, then you know that I talk a lot about books on this channel, so make sure that you tune in every weekend for a new video. Now, in today's video, we are going to talk about a lot of books that Sonam Kapoor talks about in her interviews, in the articles that I've read about her, and it's pretty much evident that she is a real bookworm, unlike some people who just pose with books just because they are celebs. And that, in that sense, I really like Sonam Kapoor a lot. However, not all the books that she recommends are really great books. In today's video, I'm going to talk about specifically the ones that I have read, which is a lot, to be honest, from her own list. But also which ones are the ones that I think will be worth your time and which ones are not really that great books. So the very first book that I want to talk about that I really love from her recommendation list, this one is called The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. Why I chose this book to talk about first is because I don't think I have talked enough about this book on this channel, and Sonam is really right to choose this as one of her favorite book recommendations. Why? Because The Bell Jar is a book like no other. It's written by Sylvia Plath, who is one of the most eminent literary figures. I knew about her since my college days, and her story is really tragic. She was diagnosed with clinical depression and she eventually ended up killing herself by putting her head inside an oven, which is really gory. And what gets even more gorier is that her son killed himself the same way when he grew up. There's a lot of backstory as a literary person that I know of that I'm not going to bore you with, but you should know that when Sylvia Plath wrote The Bell Jar, she kind of wrote it as a semi-autobiographical novel. The novel is centered around a girl called Esther who gets an internship at a reputed company, just like Sylvia Plath herself had did. And Esther finds herself questioning if she's gonna get paralyzed by making the wrong type of choices in life. Although everything seems completely fine, there's a sense of things not going well and things falling apart in her, which Sylvia Plath herself used to go through a lot, and something that I personally could relate to as well, because sometimes even though things might go really well in other people's perspective, in your eyes your world is going to be so different. The Bell Jar is a book that makes you feel understood. It understands your sadness even on your best days, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So it's definitely one of the best books that you can read, and if you want to read this plus lakhs of books for very minimal cost, make sure that you have a Storytel subscription. I read The Bell Jar on Storytel alongside many other books. Sometimes a lot of books are just not available in India, and even if they are, they cost 800 or 900 rupees. So for you who wants to read international titles for very low costs, make sure that you have a Storytel subscription. Storytel is the audiobook platform that I've been using for over 2 years now. It costs less than a single book, and if you use my special code and my special link, which is going to be in the description, you'll get a further discount. The best part about Storytel is that unlike other audiobook platforms where you have to pay both a subscription fee plus a fee for every book you purchase, you just need the subscription of Storytel and you can access 1 lakh books, as much as you want to read, and it's really value for money for people like me who read a lot. So make sure that you make use of the link in the description. You'll get access to The Bell Jar and many of these books that Sonam recommends for very minimal cost. So make sure that you check the link that I have attached, and thanks to Storytel for sponsoring today's video. Now, talking about Bell Jar, which is definitely a 10 out of 10 recommendation, I also want to talk about The Secret, which I believe is not that great a book recommendation. Sonam talks about it, but with Secret by Rhonda Byrne, I actually have the copy of it. Just a second. Alright, I actually have a copy of it. So The Secret is the book that really popularized the idea of the law of attraction, the law of manifestation, that whenever you want something, you just need to tell it to the universe and it's gonna come to you, which is not completely untrue. However, I think like manifestation and law of attraction really ignores things like social and racial discrimination, which is something we just cannot get over no matter how much of law of attraction we want to try. So it's kind of a complex idea, and a lot of conflicting opinions exist about whether law of attraction works or not, whether this book is just an overhyped book. So but some people really think that this book is changing their lives, so I'm not sure which category you're gonna fall into. So this is like a 5 out of 10 recommendations. You can read it if you believe in things like law of attraction and manifestation, but if you don't, you're gonna hate this book. All right, so yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. Another book that Sonam talks about is called A Suitable Boy. How many of you watched the Netflix version, the BBC version of A Suitable Boy? Let me know. I actually have a second-hand copy of this book. This was one of the few books that I actually bought in second-hand condition, and it's one of my favorite books to possess, just like a spirit. A Suitable Boy is set in India, and it centers around Lata, whose mom is trying to find her the perfect guy. Lata falls in love with this guy called Kabir, and since they are not from the same religion, there's a lot of issues there. Then she gets attracted to some other random guy, and there's quite a few guys in this book. So different people fall in love with different people. For Lata, honestly, the guy I was rooting for in this book didn't end up with her, and it made it worse that in the BBC version they had even better chemistry. The romantic aspect makes this book a little light, but the religious aspects does make it pretty deep a read, and there's a lot of political commentary as well. So if you want a book that is like a full package of everything, this is a brilliant book recommendations. Sonam also recommends this book called Sapiens. Sapiens is another amazing book that anyone should read by Yuval Noah Harari. It is kind of expensive to buy in India, so definitely try out the audiobook version on Storytel. The link will be in the description. Sapiens is a non-fiction book, so if you are into non-fiction, you're definitely gonna love it. Yuval Noah Harari writes in a simple but complex, somewhere midway, and it's definitely one of my favorite writing styles in the world. So make sure that you are going to go for Sapiens. If you don't want to go for Sapiens, you can also go for 21 Lessons for the 21st Century, another book by the same writer. Terrific book, and terrific author himself. Sonam has recommended his book, so I would give her a 9 out of 10 for this recommendation. One book that I really didn't think that she's gonna recommend, but I absolutely terrifically love, is called Perfume, the Story of a Murderer. I talked about this book a long time back, so if you're new to my channel, you might not know, but it's one of the most disturbing books that you can ever read. It describes not to give you any spoilers, but basically how crazy people can go over sense, and how sense play a crucial part in attraction, procreation, and what can happen if someone tries to manipulate that. Okay, it was really hard to talk about this without giving you any spoilers, but it's a very gruesome book, not recommended for anyone not recommended for anyone under 18 years of age for sure, or if these kind of details horrify you, just don't read it. And the end of this book, wow, it's a crazy book. Sonam, I give you 11 out of 10 for recommending this book. Not a lot of people in India have even read this book, so yeah, it's a great book. A lot of these books that celebrities recommend are very popular and mainstream novels, or books that their friends have written, but Perfume is really not that popular a book, and I'm really surprised she's read it and she loves it. Another book that Sonam loves and I love too is called The Great Gatsby. I've spoken so much about The Great Gatsby on this channel that I think I should just shut my mouth off. But The Great Gatsby has so many meanings, so many literal and figurative meanings, so many layers to it, so many symbolisms. The Great Gatsby is literally the literary person's dream. If you want to read books, if you want to read books that will change your life and the way you view life in general, read The Great Gatsby. On its surface, it's a very simple story. There's a guy called Gatsby. He falls in love with a woman called Daisy. Daisy gets married to another guy called Tom Buchanan because Gatsby wasn't rich. A couple of years later, Gatsby becomes immensely rich, and he signifies the American dream that anyone, if they put their mind to it, can become rich. Gatsby, coming from lower classes, kind of makes it in life. So when Gatsby gets rich, he buys a house across Daisy, and he throws huge lavish parties, hoping that the love of his life is gonna walk into one of those parties, which eventually she did, due to the interference of her cousin, who is kind of his friend, from whose perspective the book is written in the first place. And the story is mainly about the emptiness beneath the grandeur of those parties, the emptiness in our lives in the age of capitalism. That's what this book really signifies for me. And yes, this is one book that any literary enthusiast can talk on forever and ever. A lovely book. When I found out that Sonam talks about this book and she likes this book, I was so happy because, I just need a chance to talk about The Great Gatsby. That's how much I love Gatsby. Like, I love Gatsby so much. I wish I could, like, have a life like Gatsby, only to die without any friends. Anyway. Another book that she recommends, which I think is another favorite of mine, I've talked so much on this channel, The Little Prince. I don't want to talk about this much because I've just literally exhausted myself talking about it. But every time you read The Little Prince, it's gonna read like a different book. There's a very beautiful quote in this book, and it's called that all adults were children once, but they seem to have forgotten it. It really makes you think about all the things you have lost in the pursuit of adulthood. All the while we wanted to be grown-ups, we kind of lost on our childhoods, and that is why this book feels so impactful. And if you read this book at different ages, this book feels very different to you. So this is one book that I read very frequently. Make sure that you give this a read, even if you don't read any of the other books that I'm talking about today. Sonam also recommends Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. A great book, but a little hard to read. I'll give this a 7 out of 10 because it's a not very accessible book for most people. 7 to 8 out of 10, I guess. It's kind of hard to read. So don't read this book if you're a beginner. You can read this book after you have actually initiated your journey to the world of Murakami. And 2 really good books to start that would be Norwegian Wood by Murakami. Terrific book. Really sad, really depressing. Another book that you can read is Men Without Women, which is a short story collection by Murakami. Because the problem with Murakami is that if you start reading his hardest novels at the very beginning, you will probably not want to go ahead. And that's not what I want to happen to you. I want you to enjoy Murakami, one of my favorite authors of all time. I hope that he gets a Nobel very, very soon. She also recommends Pride and Prejudice, which is like a cult classic, and yes, if you can read it if you want to. It's not that favorite a book of mine, but if you want to, just do give it a read. It's a very simple, basic book in my opinion, but Jane Austen is a very prolific writer for sure. So if you want to enjoy classic literature, Victorian literature, you're definitely gonna read and love this book. It's pretty easy to understand compared to most other books of that time as well. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Of course, Sonam has recommended many more books than these. I'll link all of them in the description below so that you can check them out. These are the ones that I personally have read and enjoyed very much and I thought were worth your time. There's also a few more books that I would have talked about if I had more time, including Steve Jobs. That's his basically autobiography. Becoming by Michelle Obama, How to Shop, Time, Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni's books, but I'm kind of running out of time here, so I'm gonna leave it here, but the links will be in the description below. Sonam has really good taste in books. There's a lot of celebrities who just say that they are readers just because it looks cool, but she's not one of those people. If you see her reading taste and you see the kind of books she likes, these books really take a lot of brains to enjoy, and you can understand when a person is speaking 1 or 2 times, but she's consistently really good with her recommendations. I feel like she's one of those really pure bookworms who inspires me a lot because she works really hard and she tries her best to be good at everything she does, and she's pretty inspirational that way. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section below. It'll mean the world to me if you can tag Sonam Kapoor on this video. If you can post it to Twitter or your Instagram and tag her, it'll be so amazing if she finds out that I made this video. It's gonna be kind of a dream come true, so please do that. And yes, let me know if you enjoyed this. I am thinking of picking up another celebrity and their book recommendations next. This video is heavily inspired from Jack Edwards series where he picks up celebrity books, and I thought that I'll do an Indianized version of it. I hope that you enjoyed it, and yes, I'll be back with another video next week. Till then, bye bye.